Hello, we're at the back end of autumn, beginning of winter here in the United Kingdom, and these are my 3 raised beds. We're going to be planting some spring cabbages in the bottom raised bed. That's the one furthest away from camera. We're going to be doing that shortly. But let me tell you about some crop rotation we're doing. In that bottom bed, I had a tremendous crop of onions this year. We're moving those onions. We're going to grow the onions in the middle bed next year. So we're moving the onions up one bed. And in that middle bed, I had an excellent crop of potatoes this year. We're going to be moving those potatoes up into this top bed. That's the one nearest the camera. We grew brassicas in this top bed this year, and I know there is some clubroot in this bed, and I took some precautions and I managed to produce some brassicas that didn't have clubroot. And we're going to use those same precautions in the bottom bed. There are a number of factors that might cause brassicas to get clubroot. If you have clubroot in your soil, some of which we can mitigate against. Clubroot is a disease that prefers warmer climates and moist conditions. Ideal conditions for the proliferation of this disease would be a soil temperature between 20 and 24 degrees C, that's 68-75 Fahrenheit, and a soil pH of less than 6.5, that's on the acidic side of the pH scale. This disease tends to be more prominent in wetter soils. Okay, so what we're going to do to mitigate against all that lot? Well, crop rotations 1, we're going to move them out of this top bed into that bottom bed. We've already checked the soil pH and amended it with some lime, and it's just below 6.5 now. It's still acidic, and it could do with being less acidic, so we're going to add some more lime when we plant these brassicas. If you grow your brassicas, grow a variety that can be grown through the colder months. That's autumn and winter and into spring, and that's what I'm doing. And the reason I'm doing that is because we can avoid the temperatures that clubroot likes. So the soil temperature is way lower than the temperatures that clubroot become active in. We've got big healthy root balls, I believe. These brassicas should have been in this bed by now, but the weather's been against us. We're going to get them in today, and as a consequence of that, they've managed to grow some really useful root balls. There's plenty of root on there, and I've conducted an experiment while I've been doing this. I've grown 3 of these brassicas in yogurt pot air pots and 3 of them in yogurt pot plant pots. That was the subject of a video I made a week or so ago, and we'll get a second chance to look at these roots and see if the air pots have made any difference to the root mass compared to those that are just in the plant pots. Okay, and yeah, we'll dust the plants with lime, and we'll dust the holes with lime, and then we'll plant them. Okay, and the other upside of growing brassicas at this time of year, we can also mitigate against the arrival of the first caterpillars, which usually turn up as the weather warms up and we move into summer, by which time the spring cabbages have already been harvested. You will notice on these raised beds that they all have a layer of chop and drop. I've pulled it back on the bottom bed to expose the soil, and I've dug some planting holes. It's a chop and drop of leaves and seaweed, and a sprinkling of grass on there, and that'll just break down over the winter months. Okay, let's plant these spring cabbages. Okay, one last look at these root balls before we plant these spring cabbage. So the front three are in yogurt pot plant pots. Yogurt pot, 4 holes in the bottom. Okay. 3 at the back are in yogurt pot air pots. 4 holes in the bottom with a series of holes drilled around the side. And hopefully they'll have a bigger root system, but we won't know till we have a look, will we? Okay, so that's the root system in a yogurt pot plant pot. I'll do all 3 and then we'll see if we can pick them up and do a comparison. Looks a better root system. Okay, that's the yogurt pot plant pots. These are the yogurt pot air pots. Oh, well, look at it. You don't need me to tell you, do you? Hey, we've even got a worm in there, which tells us this soil's healthy, this compost's healthy. Let me see if I can pick one of these other ones up without breaking it. There's your comparison. Yogurt pot, plant pot, yogurt pot, air pot. Come on, come on. Right, let's put that down there, and that one there. Oh, look at that. Let's compare that one with this one. What do you think? Yogurt pot, air pot, yogurt pot, plant pot. That air pot seems to be doing the business, doesn't it? These look a lot bigger root system. Okay, last one. Okay. I've laid these guys out next to the planting holes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to dust the root ball and dust the planting hole with some lime. How easy was that? I bet this is even easier. That's it. 6 spring cabbages planted. Now then, if you're interested in seeing one of these things made, stay with it. I'll clip a wee bit of video on the back end of this video. I think I may also have a clip of Molly swimming in our local lake this morning. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.